Oh, you didn't know?
Your ass better call somebody. What's up, folks? G-Funk is back. Back from his return from the great mountains of Canada, Mr. X.
What's up, Chief? I'm glad to be back.
Good to be back, man. We missed you for the prediction show, but I said, Mr. Jay Breezy, who we appreciate, shout out to Jay Breezy for filling in. He did a good job, and hopefully, I was talking to him about it, and I talked to you about it. Hopefully, try to get a kind of a trivia contest with you guys. We're gonna try to get you both on the same time. We're gonna figure that out. That would definitely be cool. Wrestlemania and Raw, definitely both very interesting. What did you think of Wrestlemania?
Real quick, I do appreciate the intro. I am back from Canada. While in Canada, I did frequent several strip clubs, and I did tell the ladies that I'm about 4 inches, but that's 6.5 Canadian. I had to get that in. WrestleMania, it was a mixed bag for me. I mean, I'll go through the matches, results, and we'll do our analysis and give our thoughts. But overall, I give it about a 6 out of 10, and I'll tell you why. So I'll go through the pre-show real quick. So you started off with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, came down to Mojo Rawley, Barrett Corbin, double teaming on Matt Hardy, the lights go out, who appears? The guy that he drowned last week, or a couple weeks ago, Bray Wyatt. Matt Hardy got the win. I like the idea of Matt Hardy winning. I think Matt Hardy is a good talent. I think he's got a cool character. I think he's relevant. I think it makes sense. I just don't know where they're going with the whole thing. And we saw a little bit more of it on Raw last night with Brother Nero, so it could be cool. I mean, I don't really have much of a feeling about this. I thought it was okay.
I was kind of disappointed. Definitely kind of stunned that Bray came out after he just whooped his ass last week and threw him to the lake of reincarnation. And I thought if he got thrown into the lake of reincarnation, he'd be kind of reincarnated. But he still seems like he's the same character. So to me, and there wasn't many. I didn't see many. I don't know if you noticed. Not really many NXT guys in the Battle Royal. I really thought they would probably push an NXT guy, let an NXT guy win the Battle Royal. But Matt Hardy, I guess. He's been around a while. I guess he was just paying. They letting him have it for this. I think everyone else, because the last 4 guys in it, Corbin already won it. Mojo won last year. So I think it's just a matter of just not having the same guy win it again. Obviously. So like I said, I wasn't really impressed with the Battle Royal at all.
Yeah, it was a throwaway. Yeah. You had Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. I really don't care about the cruiserweight thing. I'll be completely honest with you. It was a fair enough match, decent enough match. Cedric won the Cruiserweight title after about 10-minute match. Yeah,
it was a pretty decent match. Like I said, I care less about the 205 Cruiserweights. But like I said, it was a pretty decent match to say the least. Like I said, very acrobatic. But those guys are pretty decent performers. Like I said, but 205 Live, I don't really care about those guys that much.
Yeah, the Women's Battle Royal, Paige and Beth Phoenix doing the commentary. Okay match. I mean, it was, again, I think a throwaway. I mean, you saw some NXT wrestlers on in the match. Match was won by Naomi. They did the old Jimmy Hart Madison Square Garden Battle Royal win where she disappeared for a while and then came back at the end. Yeah. And got rid of Bayley. It looks like the match is really backbone with the whole Bayley-Sasha storyline, which I expected it to be. And it was a little ambiguous. Again, did Bayley turn heel? Did she not? So I don't know where they're going with that, but I think it was a throwaway for me also. Yeah, I kind of was hoping Bayley was going to win, so it would build up the Sasha-Bayley rivalry more, because kind of right now, it's kind of going stale to me. Unless you see them fighting, it's kind of going to be a waste in my book. But like I said, because right now, I think they should have wrestled at WrestleMania, but they didn't. Are they building it up for a bigger match down the road? Maybe. Maybe when one of them wins the belt again, and then they have the match? I don't know. Like I said, to me, the Women's Battle Royal, Naomi winning was just, I was just surprised. I really thought Bayley or Sasha was going to win it, and then what's her face? I thought Naomi got eliminated, honestly. I didn't see her go over the top rope, but I really thought I saw her earlier go over the top rope. But I said maybe it could have been somebody else. But like I said, I was surprised when she won. Like I said, who knows? The Battle Royals to me mean nothing. Like I said, I was telling a couple of guys, I think the Battle Royal, if you win the Battle Royal, you should get a title shot at something. Otherwise, who gives a shit? It's just a Battle Royal. To me, it's just a waste of time in my book. Well, it's a way to get people on the card. I mean, we can have the discussion that 7 hours is too much for a card, which it is. Yeah. I'm going next year. I'm bringing my son with me. He's not going to sit there for 7 hours. I'm not going to sit there for 7 hours. There's not much I want to do for 7 hours. Yeah. So I think they can really trim the fat in some of the cards. But I think if they get the WrestleMania WrestleMania payday also, which is a big thing for each of them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, pretty much.
Then we went to the main card, opening match with The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the IC title. It was a pretty good match. I think one of the better matches on the card. It went about 15 minutes with Seth Rollins coming out. Interesting enough, at the beginning of the match, you had The Miz send back the Miz Taraj saying, I can do this on my own, let me go out there. So maybe they are planning to turn him face, which I hope they do not because he doesn't work as a face.
Yeah.
Keep him as he is. But Rollins won the Intercontinental title, became a Grand Slam champion. I mean, you had 3 decent workers in there. Seth Rollins is phenomenal. Finn Balor is very good, and The Miz is coming into his own as a worker. So it's about what you expect this match to be. Yeah,
I thought it was a good match. It was very entertaining. I was definitely thought they were gonna, wasn't sure how they're going to start the card with which match. So that was definitely, I think, a good call. But to me, as much as The Miz has been Intercontinental champion so many times, Rollins has already been, now he's a Grand Slam champion. Does he really have to win it now? Couldn't he have won it down the road? Finn Balor to me is getting fucked. And I like Finn Balor. He's the most underrated guy on the whole freaking roster. And the guy has never even got a rematch from the Universal Championship. So to me, the guy needs a belt. I'm convinced Rollins' contract, he has to have a belt because he cannot go 3-4 months without having a belt. I'm pretty much confused.
I don't know of any contract because, it's fictitious, obviously. So I don't know of any contract saying someone requires a belt. I think it's associated with the pay. Yeah. But I mean, I agree with you on Balor. I think we do so much more. My hope is a heel turn with the club and push these guys to the moon. I mean, there's so much he can do. And if you see some of his work, it's pretty better. It's phenomenal. From there, they showed John Cena sitting in the crowd, which we'll lead to later on. Charlotte versus Asuka. This is one of the matches I was really looking forward to. Good match, not great. I think it worked. I think that the finish was kind of a surprise. I did not expect Charlotte to win and the streak like that. But it was what it was. I think Charlotte is the best female wrestler in the league, if not the world, right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not disappointed with this. I think she's phenomenal. I think that they worked well together. But I think that I had higher expectations. To tell you the truth. I mean, you saw the matches that Charlotte had with Sasha and Bayley, even Becky. So I know Asuka can work. Maybe on the stage it didn't work, but we'll see.
Overall, I thought the match was good. Shocking ending, though. I really thought, there was no, I really thought, Carmella was going to try to cash in, or someone was going to interfere and cause a disqualification so they'd have another match leading up to it, or, some kind of, something. Because, I didn't think Asuka, eventually she was going to lose. A matter of when. Didn't think it was going to be WrestleMania. Maybe, down the road, she was going to win, and then, go against Charlotte again, and then Charlotte gain the belt back, and then end her streak. I didn't really think they would end her streak this soon, but they did. Do I care? Not really. But overall, I thought it was a great match. Just the ending was just. I think everyone thought Asuka was going to win, as much as I thought she was going to win too. But overall, it was a good match, and Charlotte, she's at the top of her game. She is the best right now on both rosters. I think so.
Yeah, I agree. The referee whispered something into John Cena's ear, and he ran to the back. Now, I actually have a friend that was at WrestleMania and was able to walk up to John Cena and take pictures with him, and he was really being treated as a fan. There was no special security. I mean, they created a big security issue with people having to deal with all these people charging at him and getting autographs, taking pictures and stuff. Yeah. But he was hanging out, mingling, and it was pretty cool because he was accessible to the people. Also.
Yeah.
Then you had the 4-way U.S. title match: Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. I think it was a surprise ending. They gave Jinder Mahal the U.S. title. I know they're high on him. They were pleased with his title run. I didn't care about Orton winning. I really didn't want him to take the title off of Bobby Roode, to tell you the truth. Rusev is very popular, so I thought it would have made sense to have him, but they did not. So. Well,
I didn't really care about so much. I wasn't sure about Randy Orton that much. I could care less about Randy Orton. If he won he got his Grand Slam thing now. Fine. If he wins on the championship again, I'm not going to give a shit. Bobby Roode should have won it back, I think. Or Rusev. Rusev has been is so over now. And the fact they didn't let him win kind of was shocking. But I kind of called Jinder. I said I think Jinder's going to win just because they need someone. AJ's the champion on SmackDown. They need a kind of another champion to be the other champion to be a heel. So you throw Jinder in that mix. Hence, I had a feeling either him or Rusev was going to win. I really didn't see Roode winning it back yet, and I didn't see Randy Orton retaining. So.
Yeah. From there, you had the mixed match: Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and this was a surprise that showed me. Ronda Rousey looked phenomenal, and they worked well with her. She was super over. Even Kurt Angle, who started slow, picked it up, and I thought the match was really, really good. Probably one one of, if not the highlight of WrestleMania. I thought the only one as well as anyone could really hope. Same with Rousey, I think she could use a little help on some of her timing. But that'll come. This was her first professional match. Look where it was.
Yeah.
But she just has the it factor, though. You know, the it factor of holding.
She definitely. What I don't like about Ronda Rousey is her gimmick. The fact she's taking Roddy Piper's old kind of like logo kind of pisses me off. But she came into the ring in a kilt, which was kind of cool. So that was kind of, that kind of was like, all right, she's at least she's like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Paying homage to him, which is cool. The overall match was really better than I thought. Went longer than I thought it was going to go. And Stephanie did pretty good too. She held her own for a little while, and she was, it was definitely, the Kurt Angle and Triple H, they're old as shit, and I don't really give a shit about them. So, but overall, the match was good. Like I said, and Ronda did well. It's just a matter of her. She just needs to get better on the mic. Well, if she gets better on the mic, she's going to be definitely a good superstar. But for now, she's all around. She's great in the ring. But overall, she's still got to work on her mic skills.
Yeah, and that'll come, I think. Sorry, I lost my place here. From there, we had the fatal three-way match of the Usos versus the New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers. Short match. Bludgeon Brothers dominated. I expected this to happen. I think it was the right move. Not much to the match. Not very much to say.
Yeah, it was definitely a quick match. The Bludgeon Brothers just whooped ass. They had to make them dominant. They had to make them kick their asses because they beat their asses the last couple of weeks on SmackDown. So they had to win. Otherwise, it would look stupid if the Usos won or if New Day won again. So and the Bludgeon Brothers been together. Harper and Rowan been together for a long time, even with the Harper, when the Wyatt family, and they deserve that. I don't think they've ever been tag team champions before together. So this is, if they do, they didn't hold it that long. If they did, I'm trying to remember if they did, but I don't think they did. But otherwise, they deserved it. They work hard. They're good workers. They put on good matches. And they made the match the way it was supposed to be. I think it made them dominant and made them put them over a lot.
Next segment was the Cena segment. He came out. Everyone expected the Undertaker. Music went down. Elias came out. Got a ton of heat. Elias was phenomenal. I had the pleasure of seeing him live a few times. The guy just worked out perfectly. Timing, everything about him. The guy's gonna be a superstar. Let's just hope they don't really take the win from his sails. The lights went out again after Cena made quick work of Elias. Undertaker came out as the dead man, as Mr. X has been saying all along he will. Quick match, 3 minutes, practically a squash. Taker gives him the tombstone. Very crowd pleasing, and if you think about it now, the psychology in retrospect kind of makes sense where Cena was being a jerk about it, lowering expectations. Will the Undertaker even show up? Well, he showed up. You didn't get a 30-minute match like last year, but the guy looked terrible. You had a quick 30-minute, 3 to 5 minute match. Ended in a tombstone, going over Cena clean. Doing that WrestleMania visual in that moment that you can see in now video packages for years to come. And if this was Undertaker's last WrestleMania, which I think it might be, I think that was the right way to go out instead of last year's clusterfuck.
To me, it was once the lights went out and then they showed the pitch, the hat and the jacket and the stuff in the middle of the ring. That's when I was like, oh, I'm going to go take a shit because I didn't care. Because at that point, unless the American Badass music came on, then I was into it. Otherwise, dude, I didn't give a shit. I literally went to go take a shit during that match. It was 5 minutes of perfection. Because when I was done, 5 minute shit, 5 minutes of matches was over. So I honestly did not watch any of that match, dude. Did not. Why? Because I didn't care. Cena, I'm sick of him already. And The Undertaker, why? Why would you come back, dude? Like, I know you lost last year and you looked horrible in a freaking God knows too long of a match with Roman Reigns. But if you're going to come back, at least come back as the American Badass and kick Cena's ass. Why? Because to me last year, he buried the Undertaker gimmick. Like, he should have come back as the Undertaker Badass. So to me, it was stupid. So that was a big wasted segment right there. They easily could have had him fight backstage for fucking and have Undertaker put him through a window or something, which I would have rather seen Cena go get pile drive through a fucking a slab of concrete than fucking in the ring. So to me, wasted segment. I give that the fucking raspberry of the whole fucking WrestleMania to me.
Wow, I couldn't disagree more with you. It's unbelievable how you have one of the guys who's one of the longest legacies in wrestling.
Yeah, but they're ruining his legacy, dude, by making him come back. Like, he shouldn't have came back last year. Okay, I didn't want to see him wrestle last year. I didn't want to see him wrestle this year. And I'll tell you right now, if he comes back next year, I'm not going to want to see him do it again. Vince is slowly killing his legacy, dude. So the fact that if this is it, good. I don't want to see him. I don't see him. If he comes back to, like, if they have a reunion show or something, fine. If he comes back, I do not want to see the man get in WWE ring again and wrestle. Period. That's it. I don't.
The guy's not a worker. He can't wrestle anymore. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But to say that people don't want to see him, I couldn't disagree more.
I'm pretty sure, dude. If you saw that match, you saw people's faces. Everyone knew he was going to come out. It was just a matter of when, how he was going to do it. But the fact,
obviously, there was no surprise. There was no one like, oh my god, I can't believe he's here.
But the fact that I think more like to me, I just want to see him come out as American Badass guy instead of fucking the dead man, which to me would have been a lot cooler. And you had Kid Rock there; he could have sang him out.
You're saying he can't move and he can't wrestle. It's the same word there.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
What's the difference the gimmick is?
Dude, it took him fucking forever to walk down to the ring. So at least if he rode the motorcycle, the match would have ended faster. But whatever.
From there, we had the other pleasant surprise. Well, no, I shouldn't say it was a surprise. Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This was cool. Daniel Bryan, of course, super, super over. The guy just brings so much back. I know G-Funk, you're a big fan. The guy is just, they got to make him champion eventually. His reign was cut short after 30 when he had the injury.
Yeah.
Then his died, his life went down the tubes. But he's back. I couldn't be happier that he's back.
Me too.
The only criticism I have for this match is when Bryan went down early in the match and they had Shane McMahon holding his own against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That should not be the case.
Well,
Shane McMahon is a wrestler. He's the owner's son. Granted, he's in decent shape. He's a big guy. He's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
He should have got annihilated by these two, and he didn't. And I hate the McMahons inserting themselves in these storylines. And the same can be said for Stephanie.
Yep.
The fact that Stephanie got any offense against Ronda was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ronda would have fucking killed her, legitimately.
Agreed.
But I was pleased with this. I think Bryan got all signature spots. Crowd was pleased. I'm just happy the guy's back.
Yeah, I'm so happy. The whole thing with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to me was the fact that you're correct. Shane McMahon's not a wrestler. And the fact that he got to hold his own for about a good 15 minutes while Daniel was outside the ring, I think they did that is because it was his first match back and they didn't want him to do too much. So that's why he came back in, towards the end of the match and was a house of fire, whooped everyone's ass, and then they end up, he puts them in the ice lock and they win, which was cool. Everyone was happy. The place was going apeshit. Watching the thing at home, and I would have loved to have been there because just seeing all the people doing yes, dude, was so cool. That when they panned the stadium when he won, it was the coolest thing I think I've seen since WrestleMania 30 when he won the championship. So, like I said, I'm glad he's back. They got to do something with him. He's got a slew of people he can fight now. I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm more pumped now about wrestling than ever because Daniel Bryan, who's one of my favorites of all time, is back. And and next week with the Superstar Shakeup, we don't know where everyone's going. It's going to be interesting to say the least.
Agreed. Real quick, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax.
Because she kicked her ass.
Championship, thing was kind of expected. Mickey James took some pretty cool bumps in the beginning. Alexa turned into a good worker. Did that really cool spot where she jumped off the top rope. I forgot what the movie was called.
It's called The Twisted Bliss. Come on, dude. You're a big fan. You don't know her finisher? It's The Twisted Bliss.
I'm a big fan of the way she looks, not her wrestling so much.
Agreed.
Yeah, looked good. Nia is the champion, and I think they should keep the belt on her for a while.
They probably will. I'd assume they will. But it was a good match. I thought it was a great match. I love Nia Jax. She's she's great. She's worked hard. She deserves it. So, like I said, it was just.
We got to meet Nia Jax the last two times we went to MSG house shows, and she's the nicest person to the kids. She really is.
That's cool.
She remembered my son actually.
That's cool.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Just give me a minute on this. So I've been looking forward to this match more than anything in recent memory, especially after the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match. AJ Styles is my current favorite wrestler. Which as a 41-year-old professional, I'm not embarrassed to admit. And Nakamura, I think the world of, it just didn't work the way I had hoped it would. It was a very good match. I think I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. But it was nowhere near the Wrestle Kingdom match.
No, agreed. I agree with you there because the Wrestle Kingdom match was, first of all, definitely longer, and it was definitely a lot more, and they were younger. So I'm not making that as an excuse, but they definitely did a lot more stuff. I know, because AJ, they're both getting older. AJ doesn't do as much.
I don't think age matters here with AJ had a great match. How many great matches has he had already since he's been here? I mean, his match with Cena last year.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put the age thing. I just don't think it clicked, man. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it was definitely a good match. It wasn't a great match, which I thought it was going to be, but it was a good match. But the ending was good. AJ retains, and then Nakamura turns on him by giving him the low blow. That to me sets up for them to wrestle again or a few times down the road, which I think they'll put on definitely a couple better matches down the road. Because WrestleMania 1 was good, but I expected a little bit more. like I said.
I agree. I'm glad Nakamura turned heel.
Yes, me too. It was one of them was eventually. I just had a feeling it was going to be Nakamura.
I think Styles is such a good heel. I wish he would too.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman and a kid named Nicholas. This was very, very. This is really going to turn off hardcore wrestling fans like myself and you. My wife, who was in the room watching, thought it was funny. So the casual fan might think it's interesting. I thought it was stupid. I think it kills the legacy of the tag titles. I mean, the British Bulldogs held those titles. Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda held those titles. Now,
well, it's the Raw tag titles. It's not technically the WWE titles because now because there's two different separate titles. But
tag team championship.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. To me, it was the stupidest thing of the night. And the fact they had it towards the end made it even. I'll tell you right now. For me, overall WrestleMania, I'll give it 7. I would have gave it more. The first 10 to 11 matches were really good. Were entertaining. They were fun. They kept me entertained. The last 3 matches sucked balls, dude. They made me lose interest. I started falling asleep during the Roman Reigns fucking Brock Lesnar match because they only do is the same shit. We'll get into that match next, but like I said, overall, I thought the match was stupid. And, there was a slew of guys who came back last night on Raw that he could have easily had as his partner. Like, why not? What stop? Like, Vince McMahon to me is going senile, dude. He needs to hand the reins over to Triple H, Stephanie, and Shane because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing anymore because that was by far... Or just let him win it by himself. To me, it would have been funnier if he came out as half brawn and half brains and had, like, the half glasses on and, like, the geeky shirt. That would have been even more funny and entertaining, to say the least, and if he beat him like that. But the fact that he picked some random kid who wasn't a random kid, it was one of the referee's kids, so stupid. It was completely dumb. I think everyone in the arena was completely disappointed, including I was. People text me, I can't believe this shit. How is he not pick a partner? How is he picking a kid from the... Dude, everyone I talked to thought it was the stupidest thing ever. And the fact they had it towards the end of the fucking card even made it worse to me. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought I was even expecting to be Hogan, like something ridiculous, but at least a wrestler.
Yeah, but
And finally, we saw Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Now, this there's two ways to view this. I mean, the crowd shit all over it, which we expected it to do, but this was very, very odd. I mean, Lesnar retained. We learned yesterday that he re-signed, which is fine and dandy. I know you're not happy about it.
Fuck Lesnar, dude.
Dandy, but let's hope the guy can work a regular schedule. He beat the shit out of Reigns, and he made him bleed hard way, similar to what he did to Randy Orton a couple years ago at SummerSlam. The elbow to the head, and the guy bled like as much as I've seen in recent memory. Reminded me a little bit of Stone Cold WrestleMania 13 with the amount of blood we saw there. Lesnar retained. I mean, a bunch of finishes. They kicked out of each other's finishes a couple times. Finally, the F5 with a blood-covered Roman Reigns, and there you have it. Lesnar's still your champion. They're going to wrestle again in a steel cage at the Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble, which is a very silly name. I call it the greatest Royal Rumble, which is stupid.
Well, because it's 50 guys. Otherwise, regular Royal Rumble's only 30 guys, so that's why they're making it the greatest Royal Rumble.
You couldn't think of a better name than that.
Who knows? The freaking...
in any event, Lesnar retained. This was nothing. The crowd shit all over it. The highlight of the match for me was the crowd chanting CM Punk.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And the best chant I heard during the match was, "This is awful." And it's exactly what it was. It was fucking horrendous. And the fact that it went on last made it even 10 times worse. It made that... up until, like I said, up until the last couple matches, the WrestleMania I thought was going to get a 10 in my book. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was getting a 10. But the last 3 matches put it down 3 knots to me. Because otherwise... Dude, I'm sorry. If freaking if Braun Strowman, who's 380 pounds, can't kick out of 1 F5, but Roman Reigns can kick out of 5. I'm sorry, dude. Fucking stupid. Okay, I'm sick of Lesnar. The fact that he signed him, I want to go personally to Vince McMahon and kick him in the nuts and give him a stunner because I'm so done with Lesnar. He's boring. He doesn't talk. He does the same bullshit moves all the time, and he's not entertaining, dude. And if it wasn't for Heyman. Even Heyman, I'm sick of Heyman. Heyman should go find somebody else to freaking manage or be the advocate or whatever the fuck he calls himself. Because I'm telling you right now, I hate fucking Lesnar. As much as I don't like Roman Reigns, I wanted to see Roman Reigns win. So at least you see the Universal Championship on Raw every week. We're back to the same shit again. And everyone's like, oh, he's going to lose it at fucking the greatest Royal Rumble. Bullshit. It's not going to happen. If he does, great. But either way, I don't like Roman Reigns, but I don't want to see Lesnar ever again. So to me, that fucking ruined the whole night because it was it wasn't even a great match. It sucked. It was terrible. It was just him.
I was so tired at that point. I mean, I watched on about an hour delay. Yeah. It was 1:30 in the morning. And I was delusional at that point. Yeah. That wraps up WrestleMania. Overall, like I said, I give it a 6 out of 10. I wasn't impressed with it. You know what it was? There were, other than a few finishes, I was surprised by Charlotte. I was a little surprised by AJ. There wasn't much surprising. There was no, like last year you had the Hardys. even an appearance by The Rock or Austin or Hogan or something. I'll take Mick Foley at this point.
It was definitely
nothing like that.
The only surprise was Bray Wyatt coming back, and that was in the pre-show, and no one gave a shit. So
who cared about that?
Exactly. Raw last night was good.
Quick on time. It's 12:40. I have to get off at 1 o'clock. Let's speed through Raw, and then you said you had a couple questions, right?
Raw was really great. I'll tell you right now. I thought Raw was better than fucking almost WrestleMania. Raw was probably the best Raw after WrestleMania I've seen in a long time. You got to see the debut of Ember Moon, who's really good. The one guy I'm not too keen about that they brought up, who's kind of, we'll see how he goes. No Way Jose he debuted against some jobber guy he beat in like fucking a minute, which was kind of stupid. Authors of Pain, which I'm really happy that they brought up because they're a great tag team. They need to add some better tag teams. You got the return of Jeff Hardy. You got the return of Samoa Joe, and after almost 10 years or 12 years, the return of Bobby Lashley. To me, best Raw hands down they've had in months. Just the returns alone were great. Matches were pretty good. The 6-man tag match end was kind of could have been, the way it ended was kind of gay, but it was still a good match overall. And now the tag belts are Braun and Nicholas had to relinquish the tag belt, so they're gonna have a tag team championship match eventually with Sheamus and Cesaro, and they're doing a tag team eliminator. So far, the Revival won, and I forgot. I think I don't know who wrestles next week or the week after, but the winner of those faces Sheamus and Cesaro at Greatest Royal Rumble for the Raw tag team belt.
Hardy and Wyatt versus another team. I don't know the other team.
Yeah, and I think they won. Yeah, it's gonna be them. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it should be. Like I said, Raw was really good. It was definitely almost as good as WrestleMania. There's a lot more surprises, that's for sure. Like, I don't know why you couldn't bring Samoa Joe back at WrestleMania, or fucking Jeff Hardy, or hell, bring Bobby Lashley out.
I agree.
Like, they didn't bring, like, that's why, to me, Vince is not doing the shit right. Like, if they brought up at least 2 of those guys to WrestleMania, to me, it would have been a tad bit better. Instead of waiting for the next round of Raw. Granted, I know you want to put on a good Raw after WrestleMania, but you have to have a good WrestleMania to actually make it worth watching. So... to me, it was good. I'm looking for. I don't know how SmackDown's going to go. It's because, like I said, they beat a lot of people last night on Raw. So I don't know if SmackDown's going to get the short end of the stick. But the only reason why I don't see anyone debuting tonight on SmackDown is because they're doing the Superstar Shakeup next week. So maybe one of those guys or 2 of those guys will go over at SmackDown. But we'll see what happens. The whole Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens thing. The match ended in a draw. So I don't know what's going to happen with that either. I think what's going to happen is, because once Daniel Bryan becomes active again, they're going to need a new general manager for SmackDown. So I think the general manager of SmackDown will let Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens or both of them come back to SmackDown, or one of them will go to Raw. Who knows? But overall, it was probably the best Raw they've had in a while, dudes. And like with all the surprises, like I said, they could have had a couple of those guys come out during WrestleMania. It probably would have been a little bit better. But like I said, I don't know what Vince is thinking. He's going senile, so who knows? You got any voicemails or any emails? Because I only got one.
I didn't get any voicemails. I have an email.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't get any emails. I have a voicemail. I'll play it to you. It sounds like it's someone from another country. I'm not perfectly clear what they're saying, but we do like to have people hear their voices on the show, so just bear me one moment.
Yep.
There you have it.
That was it? Or was that you?
No. There was music in the background, if you heard.
Yeah, I know. I heard the music, but the voice kind of sounded like it could have been you. So.
A little bit. No, it's not me. This came from AK6124 at AOL.com.
And they didn't have anything after that? That was it, just that? And,
that was it. You know what? I think this is the person who's been sending messages. And I said the files were too big.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
I don't know if this is a piece of the message. If anyone's sending voice messages, they need to be under 2 minutes in compressed audio format.
Yeah.
Until we have a phone line or a hotline that we're going to be able to use, if you're going to compress audio, which is my preference, please do continue to send them, but make them under 2 minutes.
I got an email here from our boy John Wynn.
Okay.
He has, what was the highlight and low light of WrestleMania? Low light to me was the last couple matches to me. It was freaking the Braun Strowman and Nicholas against Cesaro and Sheamus was completely a joke. Oh, the Cena Undertaker thing was fucking was terrible, and and the freaking Lesnar Reigns match. The highlight was I thought Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie and Triple H. The triple threat Intercontinental Championship match was really good, and those are the ways that I'll stick to. And like, the other matches were, I said, the first 9-10 matches were really good. The last 3 or 4 were kind of like like I said, it was on for 7 hours almost. So kind of by that time, like you just wanted to fucking end. And the fact that that Roman Reigns and and what's his face won last was kind of like, like I said, what's the point of winning the Royal Rumble if you're not going to be the main event? Nakamura won the Royal Rumble. Him and AJ should have been the main event, but I'm not going to get into that again. For you,
I agree. I think that the tag match was stupid. Highlight, I guess Rousey or Daniel Bryan. It was an uneventful show to me. It really was. Yeah.
Which female looked the hottest at WrestleMania? Ooh.
It's hard for Mandy Rose to not look hot.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey has a world class ass. She has an amazing body. The face though, she kind of looks like me a little bit.
To me, I thought Sasha Banks always looks hot. Stephanie McMahon looked actually pretty good too in that leather outfit.
Well, she's been down a lot.
Yeah, and I always think she's hot. There's just something about her. But I think Becky Lynch is gorgeous. So. I like the redheads. What did you think of TakeOver? Okay, I don't know about you, Mr. X. I saw NXT TakeOver, and it was freaking awesome. The 6-man ladder match that started the freaking night was unbelievable. Adam Cole won, and he had to go on and wrestle a tag team championship match later on, which was really good. It was definitely one of the best. Like I watch NXT. I don't really watch it during the week. Once in a while, I'll turn it on. I try to watch the pay-per-views when I get a chance. But this by far to me, and I was talking to Jay Breezy about it. We both thought it was one of the best NXT takeovers they've had in a while, and it was really good. And I know you didn't get a chance to watch it, did you? No.
No, I did watch it.
Yeah.
It was excellent. Adam Cole is phenomenal. Ricochet is phenomenal. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, I can't say enough. What a show. Yeah. That NXT is geared towards the people that like actually seeing wrestling. Yeah. You're not going to see them pick a 10-year-old kid out of the crowd. You're not going to see Mobby or anything stupid like that. Okay. I think that NXT really appeals to the older audience. It's more into the art of wrestling, if you want to call it that. And I think that, I love the wrestlers. I really hope a lot of them don't leave. But, you're going to see Ricochet jobbing eventually to somebody on Raw. So.
But he's got a lot of questions here, and he's got some good ones at the end. He's like some non-wrestling questions here. What annoys you most about the way others raise their kids? Everyone thinks their kid's fucking special, and sometimes they are, and sometimes they're just little pricks like the parents.
I have a comment on it. So I was in a store recently, and a kid was running in the store like a maniac. He fell and whacked his head onto a shelf. The mother started screaming at the store manager, saying these should be childproof. I think it'd be childproof. You should control your fucking kid.
I would have been laughing my ass off at that lady if I was there.
I didn't laugh. I just.
What's a good story?
Stupid.
His next question. What's a good story from your dumbest coworker ever? I've worked with so many freaking dumb coworkers. I can't even pick a one because I could do a show on dumb coworker stories. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not going to get into one right now. Maybe down the road I'll talk about a couple. But there's so many running in my head right now. I could rattle off at least 5 or 6 right now, but we don't got time to do them all.
Talking about that for another. My meeting got pushed back until 1:15. We can parking lot that for the next show. We can go over funny work. We've had quite a few. I've managed quite a few interesting people in my life. If
a movie were made of your life, what would it be called? And who would play you, and who would play your significant other? Oof, that's a good one. It would be called Funky Time, and I don't know. I just think it's G-Funk, so Funky Time. Who would play me? I don't know. Someone definitely better looking than me. For some reason, I'm leaning towards Colin Farrell, but I do like what's that kid? What's his name? The young guy. He was in that one movie that just came out recently. Damn it, I can't remember his name. I don't know. If I remember his name, I'll mention it. Who could play my significant other? Megan Fox. What about you, Mr. X? What would your movie be called, and who would play you and your significant other?
We can call it Making the Best of a Bad Situation. And I will be played by John Holmes, and my significant other will be played by Oprah Winfrey.
Who was your worst teacher and why? I had a handful. Well, we both went to the same school. I don't know who you're going to say. I think you had him too. What about Mr. Aarons?
Yeah, I think he died.
Yeah, did he? I don't even know.
That's what I heard.
Mr. Aarons.
He didn't like me though because my brother assaulted him years before I had him.
I remember that. He just never seemed to like kids in general to me. Like, he seemed like he was there like because he had to be, because he like is the only thing he could do in life, because he seemed like he really didn't want to teach kids. Some days he was good, and some days he was just a complete asshole. But like
I had a 7th grade math teacher named Mr. Anderson in cluster C, and this guy was such a cocknose. He really was. He was terrible. He treated it like it was fucking college class kids, and I was at lunch detention because I didn't show the work, but I gave the answer. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah. What is a common expression you say a lot? Whatever. I say that a lot to friends and my wife. My wife hates when I say that. What about you? What's the expression you say a lot, Mr. X?
I think for fuck's sake, I say a lot. I curse a lot. Fuck sake or what the fuck.
Yeah,
like
me too. What would you say is a golden rule you live by? Just, family first. That's one of the things I live by more than anything, probably, just because of the stuff I've been through in my life, and my family's always been there for me, and I'm thankful for that, because otherwise I wouldn't be talking to you right now. So, Mr. X, expression golden rule you live by?
Not so much. I think yours is more relevant, but it's all perspective. I like to live by. As your arms get shorter, your pockets get deeper.
Yeah. Do you ever feel that you might be bisexual? No. When I was younger, maybe, but not so much. Not anymore. What about you, Mr. X? Do you think you feel
No point. Not younger, not older, never. But I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm not criticizing it at all.
Yeah.
My closest friend's bisexual.
Yeah. Do you have a house or an apartment, and how can you afford to live in the Northeast? I have an apartment, and I can barely afford to live in the Northeast. Mr. X lives well. He's rich beyond my wildest dreams, so he can.
Oh, not true. Mr. X lives in New Jersey. The taxes are really, really high.
Yeah, but you can afford it.
Fortunately, my wife is rich. So.
Oh, there you go. Now our new segment we're calling, let's call Stump Mr. X. He has some wrestling trivia questions for you, and they are good ones. He didn't put answers, so I'm going to go by you because I maybe know one of these answers. Name Andre the Giant's tag partner at the first Survivor Series.
Oh, okay. Survivor Series 87, Richfield Coliseum, November 1987. It was Andre the Giant with King Kong Bundy, the One Man Gang, Butch Reed, and Rick Rude.
Yep. I do believe
it was Hulk Hogan, Mr. Wonderful, Don Morocco, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Paul Orndorff. Yep. Paul Orndorff's last pay-per-view appearance.
Yep. At the 1990 Survivor Series, these are pretty much all Survivor Series questions. They had a final Survivor Series match. Who was Hogan and Warrior's team?
It was Hogan, Warrior, and Tito Santana in the final match.
Yes, that's the only one I actually know. And the last one he had, Survivor Series 1996. What foreign object did Sid use as a weapon at the end of his match?
This was in the Garden. I was there. It was my favorite wrestler he defeated, Shawn Michaels. He used the fucking video camera, and he hit Jose Lothario, and he faced like a heart attack on the outside of the ring. It was really fun.
I forgot about that.
I was at that show. That was the show where Austin and Bret Hart had that first one-on-one match on TV. That was phenomenal. Yeah. And also the debut of The Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was the debut of The Rock as well. I think I might have another email, but I'm making sure if it's not letting me get to it because my computer sucks. Come on, what the hell, man? Hold on.
What kind of email do you use, Yahoo?
Yeah.
Just click on inbox.
I did.
I check my inbox and I check my junk messages too.
Come on, man. Well, anyways, it's not working, but I don't think it's another email for me. So, hold on a second. Let me see something. Get back to this. Come on.
In the meantime, I can kill some time and give us some public service announcements. So, just keep the emails coming, people. Jerry G Man 23766 at Yahoo. WrestleTalk 2018 at Yahoo. We'd like to hear from we obviously have some listeners, but not everyone's reaching out. So, you can send us an email or an audio message as an attachment under 2 minutes. Your name, where you're calling from or writing from, and when you heard about the show, any questions, comments, wrestling related, non-wrestling related. I'm not much of a sports guy other than baseball and wrestling, but G-Funk is on the other hand. So we welcome everything. We don't really want to talk too much religion or politics, but everything else is fine. I mean,
it's good and dandy for me. I love all sports. I'll talk sports up the wazoo all day and every day. Folks, that's about it. Like I said, like Mr. X said, comments, questions, emails, send them to jerrygman2376yahoo.com or WrestleTalk2018yahoo.com. Mr. X is going on another fucking business trip, so God only knows when I'm going to do another show with him. But I will be doing a show later in the week, most likely. I'm starting a new job soon, so my schedule, the shows I've been doing.
Congratulations on the gay porn career.
Thank you. Hey, man, it's really good money. No.
Hey, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Living in the Northeast isn't cheap.
Hey, man, like I said, it's not easy. But, folks, until next time, me and Mr. X signing off. Like I said, I'll be doing another show soon. Don't know when Mr. X will be back on. I'm definitely going to try to get Mr. X and Jay Breezy on to have a trivia challenge with each other. I'm going to be the moderator for that. So,
Yeah, very good.
It'll be good because they both are really good. Like I said, they definitely know more shit than me. At least Mr. X knows fucking crazy dates, and Jimmy can remember fucking shit I can't remember I did. I can't remember what the fuck I even ate yesterday. He can remember fucking what he ate while he was watching Wrestlemania fucking 6, for Christ's sake. So, anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. I gotta go. Signing off, Mr. X. I gotta go. I see you when I see you. I love the fucking New Age Outlaws. They should make a comeback, but they're not. Peace out, folks.